records and the information contained in the MD9s and the Bureau of Health Service computer summary printouts, which I talked about and showed you, and the selective exclusion of Romanelli's medical records to the pension board involved in my case. And Rosemary submits dozens of fire department medical records attached to this memo showing no previous injury, and she submits all the fire department medical reports that I never had a prior injury. Again, the board refuses to read them. And again, they refuse to answer to the causation of my injury at the fire, which is required by law. Rosemary states that the causation law is on record that Marlene Gold, as chairman, fire department chairman for the fire commissioner, must answer to. Let me read the dates of some of my examinations, some of my examination reports that were never read. On 8/15/89, Fire Department Dr. Thompson wrote a medical report, service-connected injury. On 8/17/89, Dr. Kelly wrote a medical report, service-connected injury. On 8/30/89, Dr. Garvey wrote, again, another service-connected injury report. On 9/13/89, Dr. Deconinck wrote a service-connected injury report. Again, on 9/27/89, Dr. Deconinck also wrote another service-connected injury. On 10/11/89, Dr. Klein also wrote service-connected injury. On 10/19/89, Dr. Ginsberg also wrote service-connected injury. On 10/14/89, Dr. Soren, the orthopedic, also confirmed service-connected injury. The 10/25/89, Dr. Stanley, the fire department's MRI report showing my injury was not from a second trauma, also service-connected injury. 11/21/89, the neurologist, Dr. Tang, service-connected injury. On 12/8/89, Dr. Wolfpin, orthopedic, also service-connected injury. Fire department doctor on 12/18/89, Dr. Lucciardi, also service-connected injury. On 2/5/90, Dr. Lucciardi, service-connected injury. A positive EMG test on 8/23/91, never read by the pension board, given in memos by Rosemary Carroll. A neurologist, Dr. Wiener, 8/23/91, service-connected injury. In fact, there were 7 more neurological examinations before my service-connected injury. 12/31/87, 6/30/88, 7/13/88, 6/1/88, 6/28/88, and 9/27/88, where fire department neurologist and the chief medical officer, Dr. Jones, all confirmed I was in perfect health with no neck or back injury. These medical reports also were given to the pension board and never read. Now on January 23rd, 1991, another board of trustees meeting took place. Again, Marlene Gold and Madga Deconinck and Mary Sullivan were present. They would not call for a vote and answer to the cause of my disability. Still, in retaliation, on February 27, 1991, Mary Sullivan now calls my firehouse and requests that a covering lieutenant provide medical documents regarding my 1983 broken jaw. This was ruled out already, 1983. This is unbelievable. Even though the 1B board had ruled out this date on their 10/17/1990 1B medical board report, this was another intentional act of fraud by Mary Sullivan and by the direction of her boss, Marlene Gold. and the continuing acts of fraud to deny me my disability pension that don't stop. The fire department knows that medical records are not kept at the firehouse. Second, the Won't-Be Medical Board report, again, had already ruled out this 1983 injury when they concocted the latest date of a fake injury on 11/1/87 that Mary Sullivan was arguing. Again, on their 10/17/90 1B board report, which was ruled out. No 1983 injury. Why are they going back to 1980? Why is she going back to 1983 when it was ruled out? The proof to back this statement is a memo by my attorney, Rosemary Carroll, dated 3/4/1991, who called the covering lieutenant, and he verified the call at my firehouse and stated that Mary O'Sullivan mentioned Michael's father went out on a line of duty injury, and now Michael's looking to do it too. In a memo attached, Mary O'Sullivan admitted to calling my firehouse. This again was done under Marlene Gold's, and Madga Deconinck knows about it. Under Marlene Gold's orders, and Madga Deconinck knows about it. What's going on? She reads the memos. She's a Board of Trustees member. Especially when you're asking for an investigation. She's reading every memo that comes through, and all the medical documents, supposedly. Has to read them. On March 15th, 1991, the Fire Department Board of Trustees again meets, and Marlene Gold and Madga Deconinck still refuse to answer the causation of my line of duty disability. Marlene Gold asks Mary to locate my records and to see if I was injured on 11/1/87. Can we believe this? Now she's looking to see if I was injured on 11/1/87 because there were no records of an injury. They already knew this, but they're still trying to find something that they could base denying me my pension on. Marlene Gold states that she would like to have the entire record before she calls for a vote. Meaning she's going to finally vote for causation? No. They already knew from the records there was no injury on 11/1/87. No doctors would write these Won't-Be Board medical certificates. No doctors. Now on May 22nd, 1991, I had again another three-man medical board. 1B board. Now this time the board rules out the previous falsified concocted date of 11/1/87 and now changes back to 1983, the broken jaw injury that was already ruled out. And Mary O'Sullivan had been calling my firehouse before this comes out again in 1983, after they ruled it out again. She's writing the medical records. Again, I knew Mary was writing my medical reports with her boss Marlene Gold's permission, but I couldn't prove it then. It was not by accident that 3 weeks passed when Mary O'Sullivan called my firehouse and brings up my 1983 broken jaw injury to the covering lieutenant. And then on May 22nd, 1991, the 1B board certificate changes the date back to 1983 from what Mary O'Sullivan was stated as saying in Rosemary Carroll's 3/4/91 memo confirming that call to the firehouse.